Let's say we're in a zombie apocalypse. I can only grab 10 fragrances, get the hell out of there, and keep it moving. All right, these are my top 10 fragrances that I would personally, if there was a zombie apocalypse, would grab in the house, put in my backpack, get the hell out of there, and that's it for the rest of my life. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Welcome to the party.
I was born to be free.
Welcome YouTube, welcome to the page, welcome to the channel where we talk about fragrance related content. If you like to smell good, look good, and feel good, I would love for you guys to like, share, subscribe, share the page, share the channel, because it helps the algorithm, helps me promote those videos out for you guys so we can smell good all of the time. Now let's get into the list. There are no more fragrances in the market, in the world anymore. Whatever has been fabricated has been fabricated. You got to get out of there. So if I had to choose 10 fragrances that I would rock for the rest of my life, these would be it. Now it's gonna be crazy out there. It's gonna be lonely. It's gonna be terrifying. You need something to brighten your day throughout all the misery, the depression, the craziness. This is what brings brightness to the chaos. Versace Eros Eau de Parfum is uplifting. It's energetic. You have green apple. You have vanilla. Very beautiful concoction of ingredients, which makes it very alluring, very sexy, very mysterious. You never know. You might find an attractive zombie running around looking for you. Be the one, the next victim. All right, next. Guerlain EDL Eau de Parfum. This is a sexy fragrance. Up close and personal, and you would just want your significant other and it's only you two roaming the world, you would want to get something warm, cozy for the winter time, for the fall, because this is that type of fragrance that has those beautiful notes of cherry, vanilla. Very interesting fragrance because it's cozy, it's warm, it's inviting. This is exactly what you want to put on when you want to keep that love, keep that intimacy for the next 30, 40 years, because you don't know what's going to happen day-to-day basis. Next on the list would be Most Wanted by Zaro. Cardamom, Toffee, Amberwood. This reminds you of the good old days that you were inevitable, you were untouchable. Wow factor. Everyone would stop you in your path and smell this on you and lose their minds. And people will lose their minds all around you. The only ones that are left anyways. This one really does it for me. Most Wanted Zaro is that cozy, warm, inviting, sexy, pumpkin spice type of vibe in a bottle. It's a charming fragrance that has an enticing, warm base to it. It makes you happy. It makes you feel motivated. It keeps you feeling untouchable. The past, the future, the present. All that in a bottle, because this one is going to be a timeless one. Definitely a masculine, playful scent. Let's go on to the next one on the list. How could you have a list without the King of Kings? Aventus by Creed. This one has stood and will stand the test of time. Long after all the zombies have taken our bodies and we're all out of here and the zombies have even deteriorated, Creed Aventus will still stay strong because it has that type of sex appeal, that flawlessness, the perfection in a bottle, everyday wear, 4-season fragrance. They will collapse when they smell this. It has that type of effect. It's such a nose-piercing fragrance. It's definitely a hit to the heart because this one people fall in love with you, and this is that type of fragrance. 10 out of 10. Let's go on to the next one. If I want something creamy, warm, Parfums de Marly Herod. The best creamy tobacco fragrance in the market. You have tobacco, cinnamon, and vanilla. It's every single note that hits them from all different angles because it is such a yummy, sexy, alluring, sex in a bottle type of fragrance. If you thought that was sexy enough, I got a little more heat for you. We have Haltan by Parfums de Marly. Oh my God, the sexiest version of a fragrance. Green for the army, because you all that you can be when you put this fragrance on. It's the sportier, sexier version of Oud for Greatness. It is that type of fragrance that leaves you and stops them in the tracks, turns heads, makes them want you more and more and more. It's a sexy, contagious, up close and personal type of fragrance. Praline saffron at its finest. You have the oud, but you don't really smell it because it's just so smooth, so creamy. Now, if there's any sexy zombies left, they're definitely going to want to devour you because it just leaves you with that amazing scent trail that people are going to chase you. This is that type of fragrance that they cannot resist smelling. They're going to want to devour every single part of your body when you put this on. Haltan Parfums de Marly. Now, you're not going to be traveling a lot, but you could remember the good old days when you used to go on vacation, go on a tropical resort. Herbal Gold is a collaboration of all the exotic fruits in the entire world that exist today, because you have every single thing, predominantly mango, which basically gives that oomph to the fragrance. Very sweet, very creamy, very sexy. The most delicious fruity fragrance in the market today. Herbal Gold by Xerjoff. You have to get it. This is my best fruitiest fragrance in my collection. You want to talk about the sexiest gourmand in the entire world? EPC, Tonka Extraordinaire. The sexiest gourmand fragrances in my personal collection. You have that milky hazelnut vibe to this. This one is an everlasting fragrance that you want to smell when you get hungry late at night and there's nothing else to eat. You want to eat this because it is that type of fragrance. The potential of this fragrance will catapult you to new levels. Put this on if you want a more exciting life, something full of adventure, a life that's beyond mediocre. Oh my God. Let me tell you this fragrance, the power of this fragrance, because this is better. This is Louis Vuitton Imagination times 10. It is the best fragrance that I've ever smelled when it comes to clean and powdery. You will smell like a rich man. Not like it makes a difference, because at this point, you just want something that smells good and makes you get through the day, especially when everything else, all the chaos is happening around you. This definitely brings the havoc to your life. This makes you feel alive, makes you feel energetic. It really nurtures the wearer. Definitely will make you want to reconsider the end of days, because you want to keep living and living when you have this type of fragrance. This definitely makes you think about the potential, the future, what could have been if you apply this to the skin. Now, number one, in case the world doesn't know, they're going to know now, because Hypnotizing Fire will be my number one. This is the last fragrance that you want to smell for your last few days. The apocalypse, the destruction, this basically blurs everything out. All the focus, all the negativity, everything's out the door. It doesn't matter what's happening around you. All that matters is this scent. The way it makes you feel, the way that it changes your life. Everybody stops in their tracks, turns around and stares at you and pays attention, because you're the most successful, the most alluring, most exciting, most daring, most ballsy person in the entire world when you apply this to the skin. There is nothing else like this. This is the best fragrance that I've ever smelled in my entire life. This is the antidote, the elixir that destroys all the zombies. This is the cure to the apocalypse. This was the fragrance that was needed to save the world. This brings back humanity, brings back sexiness in a bottle. I can't stress enough how perfect this bottle is, this scent, because when you apply this, when anybody applies this, they are going to be foaming at the mouth. All right, guys, number one in the entire world, my top 10, you're definitely going to believe that I'm going to choose Harmonious every single time, Hypnotizing Fire. Those are my top 10 colognes that would secure my life for the rest of days during the zombie apocalypse if I had to grab and go. All right, guys, what would be your top 10 that you could have for the rest of your life and you don't need any more in case it was end of time and we were going through a zombie apocalypse? I will see you in the next review. Goal is 1,000 subscribers by New Year's. I will see you in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. As always, this is James from the channel Terribly Tough.